All right, wanted to touch on the actual currency itself. And so from part one, just basically giving you a rundown on the inflation aspect. And this one here, briefly, just wanted to talk about each one of these notes and just go into a little bit more detail as to how these colorful, wonderfully crafted and, well preserved pieces of paper and what they're actually worth and what they're doing down here. So briefly, in front of me, I got about 3670, so 3,670 pesos, of which as of today's date, it's approximately $118 or Federal Reserve notes. And so just to show you how depreciation of currency really impacts the purchasing power, this first one here, the 20 peso note, is approximately in dollar terms is about 75 cents, give or take. And so you have a 20, which, someone who's not aware or, really keeping track of the currency exchange would think that, 20 pesos is the equivalent of a $20 bill. But on the contrary, it's far from it. So what I've noticed as far as just taking taxis and just doing typical shopping, things like that, I have to do the conversion in my head. But I always, for me as a United States citizen, tend to come off, a lot cheaper using these pieces of paper here, as I mentioned in the first video with the price freezes, but yet more importantly that, with the Federal Reserve note being relatively strong now, I'm able to acquire more of these notes. And so I'm actually getting more bang for my buck in a sense. And so here, the next note is a 50 piece. So that's, say $1, $1.50, according to today's exchange rate. And then you got a 100 piece, which, 30 divided by 100 gives you about a $3 piece. And so as you can see, it just goes up and up and up and up as far as what you can actually purchase with these units. And so just more information as to what's going on with these pieces of papers here. And of course it goes all the way up even higher to 1,000, 2,000. I'm actually missing the 200. I had to spend that one. But other than that, this is the Uruguayan Peso. Quite colorful. I'm sure these patriarchs and people of history here, had a much different experience with their monetary system, especially the gentleman right here. Not sure who he is, but I'm sure that the currency he used was a lot, different in the form of, more likely in the form of a coin, perhaps. This young lady here, I'm not sure who she is, and so on. So I'm sure all these people here had a much different perspective of what money actually is, and I'm sure it had a different substance during their era. But this is just my thoughts on these notes here. Quite colorful, interesting, and being that our monetary systems are, pretty much the exact same, debt-based system. These paper notes here are not backed by anything other than the people's confidence in their ability to purchase things, of which, as I mentioned, being that inflation is high, these notes are actually, purchasing less. So just some quick thoughts on these interesting notes here. And other than that, this is what's happening in Uruguay. Thought I would just try something different. And hopefully, you guys are able to, understand how, all fiat paper currencies are alike, because they have nothing behind them other than confidence. And, that's it. So anyway, share your thoughts. I would love to get your thoughts on this. And other than that, see you soon.